S&P and the NASDAQ also down about 0.3% apiece as Doug Flynn joins us, a certified financial planner, co-founder of Flynn Zito. And, I think the inflation, so wholesale inflation, that was a little bit of a hot number again on inflation, so that's stubborn. Retail sales not great. So what did you make of the data that we saw today? Where are we?
Yeah, it basically confirms that the economy is still pretty strong, but it's cooling. And inflation's coming down, but it's, not done. And so that is where we are. And I think it's a bouncy road to get there. Nothing moves in a straight line. And anytime you get a little bit of a hotter number, it's going to send the market down a little bit. And then when you get some numbers to your benefit, it'll move it up. But you're probably in a little bit of a range here. And now we're looking to the Fed next week with their next meeting. So that's where we are.
You and I were talking about TikTok yesterday, and it's funny because you were like, oh, who's going to buy this thing? TikTok, there's only a few people that can buy it. Now, I know this morning you were watching Morning in America on NewsNation, but had you been watching CNBC, you may have seen the former Treasury Secretary, Steve Mnuchin. Let's watch.
I think it should be sold. I understand the technology. It's a great business, and I'm going to put together a group to buy TikTok.
You're trying to buy TikTok?
I am, because this should be owned by U.S. businesses. There's no way that the Chinese would ever let a U.S. company own something like this in China.
Who's going to buy this thing, says Doug Flynn, and Steve Mnuchin says, you know what, I'm going to buy it. What'd you think of that, putting together a group?
I mean, he could put together a group of investors and with a bunch of debt pull together enough money to buy it. The big problem is whether or not China is going to allow it to be bought. They may very well just crash the whole thing. I mean, they don't really care about $160 billion if it means that they have to turn over the algorithm. At the end of the day, you can have TikTok, but if you don't have that algorithm which powers this thing, it's not really worth anywhere near what it's worth if you get that. And I don't know if they're going to be so free to turn that over. It's not like, we're doing what they do, which is just steal the technology. We want to buy the technology, but they just might not want to let it go. So we'll have to see how it plays out.
We will. But I just thought it was funny because now that you're asking the question, it's almost like Mnuchin said, I'll buy it, Doug. I got this. I got a bunch of guys together and we'll buy it. Let me ask you about U.S. Steel before we go, because we were talking earlier in the show about President Biden being out on the campaign trail. I was in Michigan today, but going after these kind of union voters and the like. He also says U.S. Steel should stay American-owned and operated. So he's coming out against the sale to the Japanese company. Thoughts on this from a business perspective?
Yeah, it's interesting. It's one of the things I think Trump and Biden are on the same side of the fence with. They want the union vote. They don't want it to go. I mean, we're the #4 producer in the world of steel, and Japan's #3, and of course China's #1, followed, and then India. But basically, I don't think they want to turn this over. It's union jobs. It's U.S. and it could be a national security issue when we push all of our reliance on things such as that. We started to do that a little bit, and then we pulled way back after COVID. I think hopefully we learned that lesson. But this is more politically motivated, and obviously you don't want to offshore some of these jobs. Even though the Japanese company has said they're not going to get rid of the Pittsburgh headquarters, they're not going to get rid of any employees. But, that's always what they say in the beginning.
It is true. And this, to your point, is easy politics, the way things are shaping up right now. Thank you, Doug. We'll talk soon.